Hello, friends. Welcome to another Stamp With Me Tuesday. Tonight, we are not making a fun fold card. Instead, we're going to make an easy DIY fun fold gift wrap. We're going to be making some gift bags tonight. I think you are going to love them. They're super easy to make, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you're here and watching me live, let me know if you are crafting along with me tonight or if you're just watching. And if you're catching the replay, welcome to you as well. You have the ability, the advantage that you can stop and start this video and make sure you get all the steps in. And leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes. Otherwise, I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I provide wannabe crafters, wannabe artists just like you with lots of stamping tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you create beautiful gifts and cards using rubber stamps, paper, and ink. All right, Fonda, you're not stamping along tonight. Hello, anyway. Hello, Joan, who is maybe coming back. Maybe is already back. I'm not sure. I'm going to make my workspace just a little bit bigger. Well, I'm going to make it look bigger. Hello, Gian. And Teresa, you're just watching. All right. So I'm actually going to make two of these exactly the same. So if you want to watch me do one, and then you can do the second one. It might make it easier, all right? So all I told you need is you need a piece of 10-inch by 12-inch pattern paper, which is what I have here. And I have my camera kind of pulled out a good ways tonight so you can see this. Hello, Carol Sue, you're crafting along with me. All right, well, I'm going to do this twice. So if you want to just watch the first time, you can just watch. The first thing I'm going to do is along one of the shorter sides, I'm just going to take my scoring blade and I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. All right, so I'm just scoring that at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to fold that. So just go ahead and fold this just like that. And I'm going to put some tear and tape on there. You could also use Stampin' Seal Plus, but you do want like a good strong adhesive that's really going to hold it. So I'm going to put some tear and tape on there. I always like to burnish my tear and tape. It just kind of helps sometimes get the backing off. Hello, Jude. Welcome. All right. Oh, actually, I didn't want to do that quite yet. See, I already messed up. Wait to pull the backing off until after you have you've done this fold. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to lift that up so I don't get it stuck in there. And I'm just going to fold this in half up to that fold line. All right, so now that I have that, this is why I would say wait to remove that sticky tape. We're just going to go ahead and adhere that down. All right, so we have made like a tunnel. And now we're going to do some more scoring. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer with the scoring blade again. I am going to score both of the sides at 1 inch. So score this side at 1 inch, and then I'm going to turn around. I'm going to score this side at 1 inch, and then I'm going to score the bottom at 2 1/4 and 1 1/4. So I'm going to start at 2 1/4, and we'll just score that again, and then I'm going to pull it down to 1 1/4 and score that. All right, so we have all those score marks on there. I'm going to fold the sides on those score lines, and I'm going to fold those both directions just so that they fold easier later. And then we're just going to open them back up. All right, fold both those sides, both directions, and then open them back up. And then I'm going to fold on the top score line here. So I'm just going to fold up and give that a crease. Now, what I want to do, this is the only tricky part, and it's not even tricky. I'm going to open this bottom, and I want to take this fold line right here, and I'm going to make it even, line right up with this center here, okay? So you'll see that's just going to go straight down, and we'll give that a good squish with my bone folder as well. And And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. All right. And if you need to, you can take your bone folder and just pop that corner out a little bit. And then fold that one flat. Now I'm going to fold these on that second score line. Okay. So fold this one. And we fold the bottom up. And then we're going to adhere this. So I'll go ahead and open this back up. I'm going to put some adhesive right on these angled lines. So again, I'm just using some tear and tape. And I'm just going to put them on the angled bits. So much tear and tape. And I'm going to do this again. So if you're having trouble, we're going to do it again. All right, I'm going to fold that down. And now I'm going to take some adhesive and I'm going to put this all the way across this top here. And then on the angles as well. We're going to make sure that this really stays adhered. We don't want our gifts falling out of the bag. So there we go. Pull all those backs off. And then we're going to fold this up. Just like that. So now we can open our gift bag. Hello, Peggy in Iowa. So now I'm just going to slide my hand in here and I'm going to pop out that fold where it was folded and then pop out the sides. And I'm going to squish this kind of inward. Squish this one inward. And there we go. There's our gift bag. Isn't that cute? You can take the top and we can punch it. You can fold it over if you want, or you could just punch it like that. I think I'll go ahead and fold mine over. So I'm going to fold it just like that. And then, let's see if I have a piece of scrap paper here. Grab some, I'll show you a little trick. I'm going to grab some scrap paper. It doesn't have to be very big. But what I'm going to do to punch my holes, I'm just going to lay this down and I'm going to line up this corner. Okay. And I'm going to bring my hole punch in. And I'm just going to punch that where I want it. And now I can take this, I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to line it up with this corner over here. And this will help get our holes kind of lined up because now I'm going to punch right in that same hole again. And that gets our little holes at the top pretty even. You can thread some ribbon through there and make a really cute little bag. Isn't that fun? Let me show you some samples and then I'm going to do this again and then I'll show you some more samples. So first of all, I have this one. For this one, I used, I can't remember, it's something Delightful Floral. It matches the translucent floral. It's the online exclusive. It has florals on the inside, but this outside is green. And I thought it would be perfect. And so then I used a little tag. All of these are using tags from the Sending Cheer stamp set that I'm going to be using on Thursday. So a little sneak peek. Made a little tag to go with that. Now this one, I cut a hole out of it. So before I adhered it all together, I used a die and I cut the hole out of the center. This is using the Traditions of St. Nick paper. And then again, I used some of the new luster paper. Well, it's not new anymore. It's in the annual catalog, but it's the luster paper in Pebbled Path that matches the Designer Series paper. So, and I filled that with my favorite Ghirardelli squares. That's going to get opened back up, I'm sure. All right, I have more that I will show you, but I'm going to show you again how to make that bag. I'm so glad you love it. Yes, you definitely have to make it. All right, so we're going to do that all again. So if you had trouble catching up, we're going to do it again. And then I'm going to show you how to make an even bigger one. All right, so here is my 8 by 12 inch pattern paper. This is one of the new celebration papers. This is the Flight and Airy, I think is what it's called. I'm not sure. So I'm going to start again. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to fold that over. Now here's a little variation. We're going to see a little bit of variation on this one. So I'm doing the same, but not quite the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and at the top of this, I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch, I think. All right. I'm going to score 3/4 of an inch at the top. And I'm going to fold that over. You'll see what this does as we make our bag. So there we go. I folded that over 3/4 of an inch, and then I folded my 1/2 inch. And I'm not even going to put the adhesive on yet. I'm going to go ahead and fold this so I don't mess up again. Just folding this in half up to that fold line. Come on. Get this. And I didn't even score this. I'm just folding it. There we go. And then we'll add our tear and tape on here. Just like that. Push that down good. Now I'll pull this off and we'll close this up again, right? So we're just folding this in half and we're creating that, I don't know, cylinder or whatever, right? So now we can make the other score lines. So I just have my flat piece. I'm going to score at 1 inch on both of the sides. Okay, so I'm scoring at 1 inch at both of the sides. You're very welcome, Peggy. And then I'm going to score the bottom at 2 1/4. And then at 1 1/4. All right. Isn't this paper pretty? So the sides I scored at 1 inch on both sides, and then the bottom at 2 1/4 and 1 1/4. Don't forget that the project sheet for this will be in my weekly email this week. So have all those dimensions if you're getting my emails. All right. I'm going to fold my sides both directions again. I just find this easier at the end if these are good and folded. And we'll just open those back up. We'll fold this one. And fold it this way. All right, here comes the important bit. So we're going to fold up the bottom on the top score line. Give that a smush. All right, and then we open this up and we're going to fold this fold line down to the center. Okay, and then we just crease that. And we do the same thing on the other side. We're going to fold that fold line down to the center. And like I said, you can just use your bone folder to squish that down. So here we go. Fold that in. And now I'm going to fold on those other score lines. So fold this one down. And then we'll fold this one up. And you can make these in any size that you want. It's just a matter of changing the dimensions. And actually, you can just change the overall first dimension, if that makes sense. If you still want it to be about the same width, you can just change that first dimension and then still do the score lines at the same spot. All right. So we're putting our adhesive down on the angled edges. And we're going to fold that shut. And then I'm going to put adhesive down at the top here and on the angled edges as well. I have made so many of these bags this weekend. Kind of just went to town. because they're so easy. They go so quick. Once you figure out how to do it, like the first time you're kind of like, what am I doing? But then you get it and it's like, oh, that's how I do it. All right, so we'll just close that up and then we're opening up our bag. And for some reason, this part just, it doesn't, it very much likes to stay folded up and it's little folded. So push that one in, push this one in, and there's our little bag. You can see that that folded paper at the top gives us kind of a contrast up there. So again, we can take our scrap paper, and we'll just punch our holes in the same spot. There's that one. Flip it over and punch this one. And this just helps get them even. You can just eyeball it too, which is usually what I honestly do. All right, so there's our holes. Now, these ones, most of the ones that I have, I just tied the top shut. But you can also make it like a shopping bag, right? So I have some of the iridescent ribbon. I'm just going to thread this in. Actually, I'm going to figure out how long I want it. Let's do about there. And we'll just cut 2 of these. Hopefully that's the right length. And we're just going to slide this in through this hole. And then we can tie a little knot over here. There we go. And then we can do the same thing over here. And this gives our little bag handles. Hello, Mimi in Kansas. Welcome. Is this just your colors? Yeah, this paper is very pretty. All right, pull this through. Come on. There we go. All right. So there's one. And of course, you do that on the other side and you get 2 little handles on top. Isn't that cute? So much fun. Let's see how long this will take me. So I have more samples, and then I'm going to show you how to make a bigger bag. Because maybe these are a little bit too small and you want to make something bigger. We can do that. All right. There we go. Then we'll do this one over here. Come on. There. All right. Lots of knot tying. Mimi, I'm so glad you like it. And then I forget to talk while I'm tying knots. All right. And again, this is going to be a free celebration item coming in January. There's our little handles. So there's our little gift bag with little handles on it. Isn't that fun? All right, more samples and then a big one. I made these 2 little ones. They were made with a 6 by 10 inch piece of designer series paper. And I cut little holes in those, added little tops to them, added little tags on the top, and filled those with Hershey's Kisses. Aren't those cute? Those are super fun. They're just little ones, although they fit a lot of Hershey's Kisses in there. All right. What else are we doing? Whew. I have another one hidden back here. Here's a little tiny one. I don't even remember what size I started with. I think this was with a 6 by 6 piece of paper, and I decided it was just a little too tiny. So that's why I made it bigger. But if you had like a little, I don't know, a little bottle of lotion or something, that would be super cute. All right. Let's make something bigger, shall we? Should we make something bigger? I have 2 pieces of pattern paper. This is the Merry Bold and Bright designer series paper. This is already sold out, which is why I'm using it, because I had extra. So that's what I'm using. Sorry, that's what you get. I am going to start, and I am going to score this on one side. Now I just kept this 12 by 12. I'm going to score it at a 1/2 inch on one side. And then I think I'm going to score it on the other side. I think we're going to score it at 2 inches. Not cut it. All right, we'll score that at 2 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And just going to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, this is going to be here. See, I got to make sure I'm doing it. Yes, this is going to be here. So we're going to go ahead and score it over here at 2 inches. Because you want the score lines to be on the opposite sides. Oh, a Twix bar that would fit in there. That's a smart idea. All right, so here are my 2 pieces. They have score lines, little 1/2 inch score lines here, and then 2 inch score lines above the top. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold over the top. I think I want the Christmas lights. This is me a Christmas bag. I'm going to fold over this top and give that a good scrunch. And then I'm going to fold in the side. All right. I'm going to do the same thing over on this one. Hi, Mickey. So fold over the top. This is at 2 inches. Give that a smush. And then we're going to fold in the side, that little 1/2 inch side. All right. Now we are going to put tear and tape on both of these little 1/2 inches. Okay. Because essentially what we're doing is we are just making a giant piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, oh, did I do this wrong? Oh no, I did do it wrong. How did I do that? All right, so I messed up. Of course, I messed up, but it's okay. I am just going to, we're just going to make this a 1/2 inch smaller. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut off a 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'm going to cut off this side. I did that last time too, and I thought that I had fixed it this time, but apparently I had not. All right, we'll do that. I need to cut off a 1/2 inch of this one too. There we go. Let's try this again, shall we? So now, please say I did this right. No. Yes, this is just upside down. This is why I shouldn't do these things on camera. All right, I'm going to peel off that tear and tape, and I'm going to put this piece right here. There we go. All right. And now we're going to come over here, and I'm just going to hold this score line. Oh, yep, see, it already wants to close. And we're just making a giant piece. Hey, stop. And we'll put some tear and tape on here. Push that down and pull this piece off. And then we're just going to close this piece. All right. Oops, that wasn't quite perfect, but that's okay. So now instead of a little tunnel, we have a great big tunnel. So now we're going to do the exact same thing, exactly the same at this point, except I'm going to make the measurements just a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to do 1.5 inches on the sides. So I'm going to just score this at 1.5 inches on both sides. And And then at the bottom, I still want to base it off that 1.5. And what you have to do is you have to take the same as the sides, okay? And you want to double it. So that's going to be 3, and then add 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to do this at 3 1/4. See if I remember this right. So I'm going to do this at 3 1/4. All right. And then I want to slide it out 1.5. So that's going to be 1 3/4. Okay, 3 1/4 and 1 3/4. And we'll fold those sides like we did before. Give them a good crisp fold with the bone folder, both directions. And then open them back up. And we'll do this side again. Both directions. And open that back up. And then we fold the bottom on the top score line. So that's our 3 1/4 line. Give that a squish. And then we're going to fold in those centers. So we're going to take that fold on the side and fold it flat. Line it up with the center on the bottom. And then squish that. And then, of course, we do the same on the other side. Oops. Push that out. Fold this one flat. There we go. And then we fold on those other score lines. So we're going to fold this one down. Fold this one up. Just like that. We're going to put some adhesive on those angled edges. And adhere those down. There we go. And then we'll put adhesive along this top edge or bottom edge, I don't know, straight edge here. And then on those angles again. And just pull off the tabs on the tear and tape. Whew. We're going to fold that up. And now we can open up this bag. So here we go. There's that. Take this, squish it in. And there is our gift bag. Look at that. Nice size, much bigger. It doesn't even fit in the frame. It doesn't even fit in the camera frame. Let me show you the sample I have. I took the same way. I added handles to the top of this one, and I just added another tag with that sending cheer stamp set and the dies. Isn't that adorable? So easy. These are so easy. I'm telling you, I have so many of them sitting here. They're just everywhere. And now I've made more. Oh, all right. So that is, that's what I got for you this evening. Like I said, I will be back on Thursday, and we are going to make some more gift packaging and tags, doing some fun stuff with that sending cheer stamp set and the dies. Look at it a little more closely. Give you some more ideas for making your own gift giving, gift wrap, gift bags, all that kind of stuff. So thank you all for joining me tonight. I did want to let you know next week, Stamp With Me Tuesday is going to be canceled. I was thinking about rescheduling it, but I wasn't even sure when to reschedule it. I have like 3 other things going on next Tuesday. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be here next Tuesday, but I will be back next Thursday, and I'll be here this Thursday with more gift packaging ideas. So, all right. Thank you all so much. I'll see you on Thursday.